The story of the Dana, family stories and family tree. Part 1. Draw a family tree and learn from family stories. Keywords: great-grandfather, great-grandfather, great-grandmother, family tree, storytelling. So great-grandfather is your grandfather's father. Great-grandmother is your grandmother's mother, right? Family tree, storytelling. In today's lesson, you will be able to describe various ways people learn about the past by listening to elders or looking at photographs, videos, checking on buildings, old buildings, reading diaries and stories. So, read the story of Dana and answer the questions that follow. The story of the Dana. After dinner, every Friday, Ali's grandfather tells a story as he gets comfortable on the sofa. All the grandchildren sit on the floor waiting for him to start. Finally, he begins. So what happens after dinner? Ali's grandfather tells a story. So he sits on the sofa and all the grandchildren, they sit on the floor and wait for him to start. And then he starts the story. A long time ago, there was a handsome young pearl diver who wanted to marry the kindest and the smartest lady in the village. She was the fisherman's daughter. So the pearl diver and his father went to ask the fisherman for permission to marry his daughter. After speaking to his daughter, the fisherman said, "You can marry my daughter if you bring her a dana." The pearl diver knew that a dana was a very valuable kind of pearl and it was very hard to find. The young man accepted. So what happened in the story? Now the grandfather is telling the story which happened long time ago. So a man wanted to marry the smartest girl in the village and he was a pearl diver, and when they came to ask the father of the girl, who was a fisherman, the fisherman says, "Okay, if you bring a dana, I will let you marry my daughter." So dana means a very, very valuable pearl which is very hard to find. But the young man said, "Okay, I will do it." So what happened? He dove for hour after hour, day after day, hoping to find a dana, but he did not find one. Every night he fell asleep on the wooden boat, so tired and sad, but he did not give up. So every day he was trying to find one dana, which is a valuable pearl, but he couldn't find one. For many days he fell asleep in the boat, being so tired looking for one. But he never gave up, he kept trying. Just before sunset, on the last dive of the last day of the pearling season, he gathered his last load of shells. He carefully opened all the shells, and there it was. It was a beautiful shining dana. So this young man did not give up. He was trying his best. And on the last day where he has to come back home, he did his final dive. When he did that, he found a beautiful shining Dana. So as soon as he reached the shore, he ran to the fisherman's Barasti house and showed him the pearl. So Barasti means, we know, it's a small house made of wood. The fisherman said, "You have proven yourself, young man. You may marry my daughter." So when he gave the pearl to the fisherman was very happy, and he said, "Okay, you can marry my daughter." A big wedding party was held to celebrate the marriage of the pearl diver and his bride, the fisherman's daughter. A big wedding party was held to celebrate the marriage of the pearl diver and his bride, the fisherman's daughter. She wore the beautiful Dana around her neck that day and every day forever. So what did she do? She wore that pearl on her neck on the wedding day, and also she wore it forever. She wore it every day. Grandfather continued, "Can you guess, my dear grandchildren, who this grand handsome pearl diver was?" So the grandfather says, "Can you guess, my dear children, who this handsome pearl diver was? He was my father." That is the great grandfather of the grandchildren. Your great grandfather. And kind, smart fisherman's daughter was your great grandmother. So that was a family story, right? The grandfather was telling a story about his father to the grandchildren. So match the family members with their description. I was telling the story. Who was telling the story? The grandfather. Grandfather was telling the story. I was the pearl diver. Who was the pearl diver? Great grandfather was the pearl diver. I was the fisherman's daughter and bride. Who was the fisherman's daughter and the bride? The great grandmother. I was listening to the story. Who was listening to the story? Ali was listening to the story, right? Okay. So, a family tree chart is another way to see family relationships. Lines connect parents with children. So, family tree is another way that you can find out your relationship with the others. Now, look at part of Ali's family tree chart. So Ali's grandfather Khalid had two children, that is Marwan and Noora. Marwan is Ali's father. So Ali's father has Ali and Ali's sister Reem. So Noora is Ali's aunt. Also, Noora is Reem's aunt, right? Now, use the family tree chart to answer the questions. How many children does Marwan have? Marwan is here. Two children, that is, one is Ali and the other is Reem, right? How many children does Khalid have? Where is Khalid? Khalid is the grandfather. So Khalid has two children, that is Marwan and Noora. Who is Marwan's sister? Who is Marwan's sister? Noora. Who is Khalid's grandfather? Who is Khalid's grandfather? Who is Khalid's granddaughter? Who is Khalid's granddaughter? That is Reem. Reem is the granddaughter. Now, write as many names as you can in your family tree chart. Your father's mother here. Your mother's father here. Names, okay? Your father's father, your mother's mother, your father, and your mother. And where are you? You are here. So you can complete your family tree in here.